Round one, fight!
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to test the park assist. Okay, so this is the test. So here we are, we're in a car park. Sorry it's a little bit dark, but this is a good test to see how the sensors work on the vehicles. So we're going to start off by putting the park assist. Now on this vehicle, it gives you a lot of different options. Now you have to choose these options. So we're going to do a bay park, which is quite technical here. It's called perpendicular park. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do now is drive past the bay in which I would like to park. Now what happens is the car will make a chime noise when it recognizes or identifies a parking space. There's my chime. So I'm going to stop now, and I'm being instructed here on the dashboard to drive a little bit more forward. So just going to drive a little bit more forwards. I'm going to wait for my prompt here. So it says to stop. It says to select R and wait for next instruction. So selected R, waiting for my next instruction. So perpendicular park, reverse with care. So it's a little bit ambiguous. So reverse with care. What do I do now? So there's a steering wheel icon, it says auto. So I'm going to take my hands off the steering wheel. Now I'm going to start to release the brake. The car is reversing. There it goes. Now it's steering. Now I'm going to slow down and stop the vehicle by pushing the brake because there is a pole here on the left. Now the camera is picking this up, or the sensors on the vehicle is picking it up. Now grey on the Range Rover is what I believe is a blind. So a blind spot on the sensors. So the sensors registered that something's there, but it's not actually seeing it 100%. So I have to take care now to make sure that we don't actually hit that. So I'm just holding the brake gently. Now I'm taking my foot off the brake. Nothing's happening. It's a little bit strange. I'm not being prompted on what to do now. So I've figured it out, basically push the gas a little bit. Car starts to move. Now I'm holding the brake again because I'm not 100% sure about this pole here. Now showing from the reverse camera, we're actually going to hit this pole. These two big lines here, the big yellow lines, are the wheels. And it looks like it's aiming for the pink area here on the bay. Now that is actually outside the bay. That'd be the walkway around the bay for pedestrians. We did not want to be parking there. Also, it's going to get the side of the vehicle too close to the pole, which is this little dotted yellow line. Now this is very similar in the Mercedes, a similar setup. I took my foot off the brake, it's not moving, put my foot on the gas. Now this is where I'm really worried. So I'm going to start to look over my shoulder and look out the window at this pole here. Now look, the steering wheel is actually getting me closer to the pole. I can see the car is going to get closer. The steering wheel steered closer. No, we're not allowing that. We're already starting to get some orange coming up here, which isn't a good sign. So now I'm thinking this isn't safe. I'm stopping this. We're going to move the car forwards. I wasn't told it was going to do that, but whatever. Okay, so I've put it into drive. Now I'm looking here and I'm seeing drive forwards with care. All right, we'll drive forwards with care, see what happens. I'm doing all the braking here. The sensors are picking up yellow, orange, grey. Yellow's the furthest bar, orange is the next closest. Grey is the same distance as the orange, but that means a blind spot. So it's not actually seeing what's here. Now I'm allowing to see if the car is going to brake for me. It's not doing that, okay? Now I already know that the Mercedes would do this. So now I'm going to select reverse, and maybe I have to do this manually from here out. We'll see. Okay, so steering wheel's actually adjusted. We'll give it one more try. Going to come off the brake. Steering wheel's changing. This is looking better. However, I'm checking over my shoulder. We have more clearance from the pole. We're not going as deep into the pink zone as we were before. So now I'm going to allow the car to finish the rest of the maneuver. I'm going to slowly start to brake here because there's quite a lot of steering going on, but it seems like we're straight. We're on the white line, on the white line. Now I'm going to take my foot off the brake. This is where the Merc would stop. Now we're actually going further back and into the vehicle behind. I had to put the brake on there quite sharply. I'm really allowing the limits of the braking point. We're getting the glowing red here. You can actually hear it's making the warning chime over my voice, so I'm just gonna quieten that down, okay? And you can see from the reverse camera how close we are. So that's, I think, the end of test, but we're going to put it into drive and really see if it can finish the maneuver off.
One eternity later.
And we're probably going to crash here. Okay, so it didn't, but again, I'm having to do all the braking and stop the car. It has no idea where the limit of the bay is. Right, I think that concludes the end of the Range Rover's test.
Round 2, fight!
Okay, and we're back with myself, Scott from 2 Day Pass. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to test the Mercedes Park Assist. So we activate it here by pushing this button on the left. Quite easy feature. It's a big button, can't really miss it, as compared to the screen that we had on the Range Rover. Okay, so there's a little comparison of where the button is. Now we're going to select drive. Okay, we're going to slow the drive forwards and see if the car registers the parking bay, which is the exact same bay we used in the Range Rover. So I'm just moving forwards, nice and gentle now, and we're going to see if the sensors pick up the bay. Also, I'm already starting to see something here. It's highlighted P. Now, in this vehicle, it normally makes a chime, but when you see the P, then that means it's activated. So I'm going to select that that's the bay that I want. Now, I've got a feature here. I can either do this in forwards or reverse. So we're going to test reverse. So I've got reverse. It's highlighted R. We did get a little bit more writing here on the screen. So here we've been prompted to please engage reverse gear. We're going into reverse gear. Now, as normal, we would have yellow lines. When we're in the parking assist, we get green lines. So we know that that's all been activated. The Mercedes has gone one step further. So this is bonus points for the Mercedes, and apply the left signal. Now I'm going to release the brake. Now in the Range Rover, I had to release the brake and reapply it. So now the steering here. Now we're off to a good start in the Mercedes, because the Range Rover, it's going to brake now. The Range Rover did not see this pole and did not stop. I had to physically stop it. The Mercedes has stopped, altered the direction, changed the gear for me, stopped again, altered the direction again, and brought us into the white lines. The Range Rover went over and into the pink area, and that was all done in probably about 10 to 20 seconds at least. Okay, so the main part of this video is Mercedes wins.
Flawless victory.
We're going to keep it short and sweet, guys. Okay, I hope you liked the video, and any comments, thumbs up, subscribing to the channel really helps me out, and stay tuned for the next one. If you've got any suggestions or any other comparisons or parking or any topics in general, just write it down in the comments below and I will make a video on that. All right, stay tuned. Bye.